So you want to swim with humpback whales. I'm here to tell you and inform you about the best place on Earth to swim with humpback whales, and that is Vava'u, Tonga. So I urge you to watch the whole entire video so I can show you exactly why you should come here for whale swimming. Let's go. So the first thing to figure out is exactly where Tonga is. Tonga is located in the South Pacific and is its own country. Vava'u in particular is the second largest populated island in Tonga. You can easily get to the mainland of Tonga called Tongatapu from Fiji, Sydney, or Auckland. Once you make it to the mainland Tongatapu, you then take a small plane over to the island of Vava'u, and that's where the best whale swims in the world take place. There is also a flight from Fiji directly to Vava'u from Fiji Airways, and we're hoping that this flight route comes back in 2023. Well, there is no better way to tell you about whale swimming than being on the water while we're actually whale swimming. So the first thing to note about whale swimming in Vava'u, Tonga is that all our boats take 6 people, specifically my tours. I'm not talking about other tours, I'm talking about my tours. And there are other boats out here, other tours that'll take 8 people, 12 people. But I put 6 people on the boat because you do get extra time with the whales. 4 in, 2 out, that's the first rule. You're only allowed 4 people in the water at a time, and 2 people on the boat, of course, will stay behind, and then you rotate. With the 6 people on the boat instead of 8, you do get an extra 33% more water time when it comes to swimming with the whales. So the next thing to say is that the Tongan government allows 7 hours of searching and swimming with whales. So the minute our boats leave the dock in town, that is when the clock starts ticking. And so that's the next rule to be aware of when you're coming to swim with whales in Tonga. I want to actually say something about the first rule, about the 4 people in the water. I think it provides a really intimate experience for the people who want to swim with the humpback whales. There are many other places in the world that don't have that limit, and you can easily be in the water with 10, 15 people with a mom and calf humpback whale. And I don't think that's really fair to the whales. And I think that having this limitation on people in the water really helps provide people a very intimate experience with these humpback whales. And it just is really precious. If you come out here, you'll see for yourself just how amazing and how glorious this experience is. So the third rule I want to tell you guys about is that there's no free diving down on the humpback whales. You have to remember that you're here in Tonga and they're mating and birthing grounds. And there are a lot of baby whales here, a lot of calves. And I would say they make up a good portion of the encounters that you get out here with the humpback whales. And so an adult humpback whale's breath hold is about 20 minutes, but a baby can be anywhere between 1 and 5 minutes. So these whales are constantly at the surface. There's actually no need to dive down on the humpback whales. More often than not, when you dive down on the whales, especially a mom and calf, that can end the encounter. And so you'll see it's so precious to get encounters here, especially when you get good whales. You don't want to ruin it by diving down on the mom and calf or on the whales, and then all of a sudden they're gone because the mom didn't like it, she took the calf, it's done. The fourth rule, and probably final rule I'll tell you guys about, is Sundays. So Sundays in Tonga are no swim days. In fact, all the airports in Tonga are closed. So you can't even fly in or out of Tonga. It is a day of rest here in Tonga, and no businesses are allowed to run. Obviously the hotels are running and we can go get food at a couple of restaurants, but there is no whale swimming on Sundays here in Vava'u, Tonga. And it's kind of nice to just take the day off, relax, hang out with everybody, look at your footage, and take it easy. So another thing I want to just touch base on is that it is winter here in Tonga. So I think there's this perception of going whale swimming in Tonga, or I think anywhere in the world, and it's this beautiful flat bay and crystal clear water, and it's like flat. There's, you're not going to get seasick. It's not like that. We're in the winter months here in Tonga, and you can definitely get high winds. You can get rainy days.
Today is a perfect example of what a rainy day looks like. You can see we have got 100% cloud cover today, and it is pouring rain right now, but the whales love it when it rains.
Of course, you can get flat sea days, and that's always amazing. But it is, you know, if you are prone to seasickness and you think that you're going to come out here and have this beautiful flat sea to work with the whales in, it is not like that. And I hope that you check out one of my other videos where I kind of take you through 5 or 6 sea days and see what it's like to do a week of whale swimming here in Tonga. And you can see the diversity in the winds, and you can see the diversity in the days and the weather. So I would definitely check out that video. Here's a link above. Go check it out after this one. Now, with all that said, we definitely do see humpback whales every day, and typically we get in the water with the humpback whales every day. But that doesn't mean we're getting these beautiful, amazing encounters every single day, and that's why I urge people to do multiple days. I don't even sell tours that don't have multiple days. I'll say it in this video and I'll say it again. On a 5 swim day tour, we're setting the bar at 1 or 2 really great encounters. On an 8 swim day trip, we're looking at 3 or 4. So you got to keep that in mind when you're looking at the tours and you're thinking, hey, I'm going to have 5 great sea days coming on a 5 swim day tour. You could definitely have 5 great sea days, but you can also have weather, right? So you got to take that into account when you're booking your tours in Tonga. And there is no consistency in what month is better in terms of weather. Sometimes one year August is great, or sometimes it's rainy. And the same with September. We're in these small little islands in the South Pacific, and year after year, there's no consistent weather pattern that I can define to you that would help you understand when you're gonna come out here. Just not possible. All right, so what is whale swimming like? Let's get into it. I've kind of told you about the rules, the regulations, and I wanna show you guys exactly what it looks like now. So once everybody's on the boat, obviously we head out to sea, we're looking for spouts, we're looking for the backs of the calves or of the moms. Obviously, we're looking for breaching behavior, and we see a lot of breaching out here. It's really cool. We're looking for peck slaps or tail slaps. Obviously, these are the signs that let us know that there's a humpback whale in the area. So once we find a humpback whale or a set of humpback whales, we're gonna suss it out. We don't get in the water with the humpback whales right away. Sometimes we do, but most of the time we don't. We analyze what's going on with the humpback whale, and that can take anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. And sometimes we'll take the hour and end up leaving the humpback whale because it's just not working out. We want to get the humpback whales used to the boat, and we want to see, you know, our crew knows if it's going to be a good swim or not. That is why it's a slow process. We don't come out on the boat, find a whale, hop in the water with the whale, see if it's good or not. We take our time, we drive slowly by the humpback whales if they're moving slowly, and we see if we can swim with the humpback whales. Now, obviously, most of the time we're going to try and get you guys in the water, but sometimes we won't. Sometimes we'll say, hey, these whales aren't good. We're going to go look for other whales. So you can kind of see behind me, I'm not sure, they're a little bit too small here in the frame, but we found some humpback whales, and it's been about 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes, we've been following them with the boat. So we haven't gotten in the water with them yet, but we're probably going to do that soon. We just got to be patient. You know, patience is a real thing out here when you're trying to swim with humpback whales. You got to let the crew just do what they do. They know that they're trying to get everybody good whale swims. And as I said before, and as I'll say throughout this video, what are good whale swims? Good whale swims are swims that are at least, you know, 5 to 10 minutes long. The whale is close to you. You're having really special moments with these humpback whales. That is what we're trying to get you guys while you're out here doing your whale swims in Vava'u, Tonga. So once the clients are in the water, it's very important to be aware of where you are. You have to stay with your guide at all times. And the first thing I'd like to tell people is you just got to stay away from the tail. That tail is very strong, and if you ever find yourself at the tail end of the whale, move away from the whale, and that's it. Don't put pressure on yourself to try and keep up with the whale. You really just need to get back on the boat, and we'll re-drop you with the humpback whale. Really, the best place to be when you're swimming with the humpback whale is between the pectoral and the nose. For me as a photographer, I'm always trying to stay at the nose of the mom and always be at the nose of the mom or female humpback whale. Because when that whale comes up, you're gonna get really great photos, and you're gonna be in the right position for when it comes up. When you're in the water and there's a resting mom and calf, and the mom is just below the surface and there's a calf, that calf is gonna come up, and it's really important for everybody to stay in a line and let that calf come to you. The mom does not like it when you start swimming or chasing the calf, and that is very important to, it's actually really hard because all you want to do is swim towards the calf, but it's actually the worst thing that you can do is swim towards the calf because that mom is watching that calf like a hawk. She's resting below. if someone goes and chases the calf, that mom will easily or can easily take that calf and go away, and all of a sudden you have no more whales and everyone in the group will be not so happy with you. So that's another thing to consider while we're whale swimming out here. So we do have fast swims where we have multiple whales and we're doing drops, and that typically is with a heat run where there's, you know, 1 or 2 or 3, not one, it's going to be like 4, 5, 6, up to 20 humpback whales, maybe more, chasing a female, and that's what we call a heat run. So a heat run is when there's a female at the front leading the group, and maybe she's in heat, we really don't know, but that's why we call it a heat run, and all the other whales are males and they're trying to compete to win the opportunity to hang out with her and hopefully mate with her. So when we do have encounters like this, like check out this footage, glorious, it's actually amazing, really amazing to see a heat run. You are in and out of the water. You're out on the boat, at the end of the boat, you're in the water, they fly by, you're back on the boat, reposition the boat, back in. So it's a lot of work and it's really fast action. When you have a resting mom and calf, you want to enter the water very quietly and you want to not charge towards the whales. You want to gently swim towards the whales. Charging at them kind of scares them off. Just like if you were with your child and all of a sudden a stranger came up to you running towards you, you would be a little bit freaked out. The whales feel the same way. So your approach to how you approach the humpback whales is really important. How you enter the water is really important. Once you're in the water, as well as it's important to keep your fins in the water and not splash on the surface. So we tell people to swim on their side. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video about where to swim with whales. I urge you to watch this next video right here. I want you to watch it because I'm going to take you through a week of what it's like to swim with whales here in Vava'u, Tonga. So you can see the diversity in terms of encounters, and you can see the diversity in terms of the weather. And it'll help, I think, shape and give you an idea of what a week in Tonga looks like. And if you want to learn more about Tonga and whale swimming, don't forget to check out my playlist. I have a whole playlist dedicated to Tonga. You can learn about where to eat, what accommodations I use, what town looks like, all sorts of stuff. I've got it there for you. Even things like you can do after whale swimming. I have a whole video about where you can go and what to see. So take a look, and if you have any questions, drop me an email, info@humpbackswims.com. And of course, if you guys are interested in booking a tour, there's so much more you can see and learn about these tours on humpbackswims.com. That's it for now. I'll see you guys in my next video.